What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I missed you guys. It's been a minute. I just haven't really done anything. But tonight is the night. And there's Caleb.
Find out how f***ing stupid we are.
Why?
Because on the box, the AC thing, do not turn on its side. All big and bold.
We got this AC, like, window unit for my room because it gets so hot up there. And we were trying to put it in sideways yesterday. And I literally said to my dad, I was like, if they didn't want us to turn it sideways, then there'd probably be some kind of big lettering in there on the box that says, hey, don't turn this sideways. And then we went to turn it sideways and we thought we broke it, so we turned it the other way and fixed it. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Tonight's the night, tonight and tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll be able to get it all done within the 2 days. I think I will. I think it'll go a lot more smooth this time. I have all the tools I need. I know what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. So tonight we're pulling this guy out again and replacing the head gaskets. Only this time I'm gonna be here and be the sole person doing it and actually replacing the head gaskets. I'm gonna meet this guy at like 7. I'm selling the Oculus Rift because I don't really use it very much because I don't have space for it. So eventually when I buy a house, what I want to do is actually just get this like specific room for VR, and I think that'd be sweet. That's one of my goals. I want to do that. I don't know if you guys remember or if I showed you guys. So there were bolts right here, right? Let me see. Yeah, there were bolts right here. And when Caleb and I went to take them off, we actually ripped the heads off of them, so the bolt was stuck in there. I finally got around to drilling out the bolts and just zip tied it for now because I knew that I was gonna be taking it off again soon. One more thing before I start, I want to make sure that you guys are aware of this. This is not an instructional video on how to do this. I'm not going to take you guys through each step of how I do it. This is meant for entertainment, and hopefully you guys find it entertaining watching me pull this out and do head gaskets on it. Step 1 to any work environment, and especially anytime I'm working on cars, music. That's not even plugged in all the way because that's hard to do one-handed here. Sick. What do we got on our agenda today? Yeah, I listened to Ariana Grande. Get over yourselves. She's the GOAT. I'm thinking we'll listen to this guy. Okay, so this time I'm going to make sure that I get it done right, so that when I go to put the bolts back in, I'm not searching for them. So I got myself some bags, little sandwich bags, and a marker so that I can like group up the bolts so that I have a much clearer idea of where they go, so they don't get lost. All the bolts get put back where they go. Alright, it's been about a half hour and I need to run over so I can meet that guy in Centerville. Probably grab some food. Oh, I gotta run over, grab the head gaskets and like a couple other little things. I gotta grab fluids and stuff. I low-key feel like I'm about to get robbed because so I told this guy, alright, let's meet out in and out down in Centerville. And right before I leave, he texts me and says he'll be there just around 7. I'm like, alright, cool, perfect. And then on my way down here, this guy is gonna text me with an address and be like, hey, you wanna meet up here? So I just text him back. I was like, no, in and out in Centerville. It's like, nowhere else. And he's like, oh, that's right, see you there. You guys, I take that back. He just texted me. He's in a Prius. So, I don't think we're getting robbed today. I think we're good. I think we're alright. I think the worst he's probably going to try and do is knock me down on the price a couple schmeckles, you know? Alright, we did not get scammed. It was actually just a guy and his daughter. Super nice. And I was going to go to In-N-Out up here while I'm down here, but the line is ridiculous. Alright, it was like 9 o'clock and we are finally back. I had to grab myself a nice coffee for the night so I can live and get this done, and also because I'm basic. But basically I went and I sold the Oculus Rift and got myself an oil filter. I went with Valvoline this time because I've heard really good things about them. Obviously full synthetic, high mileage, and just kind of wanted to try that out. My dad grabbed me these gloves, which are really nice because then I didn't have to buy the disposable ones. And of course the head gaskets themselves, and a 12-pack of Mountain Dew so I can recuperate once I'm done with all this. So what I'm going to do now is just jack up the car and drain all the fluids. Although I'm going to wait until I've got the engine out to drain the oil, just because then it's easier. I don't have to lay on my back as much. You know what I mean? All you hoes out there laying on your back. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't like you. Let's get this started. So originally I bought this light here, which will clip on the camera and make things a lot brighter. And I can also turn it up. That way I can record in lower light settings. But I'm actually finding that it's working really well. Like I can trying to do all this stuff. Like I can clip it onto here. Then I can see everything down there. It's pretty nice, especially because I have no idea where my headlamp is, but we'll find it. I got so busy working on the car that I forgot that I was doing a video, and it is now 12:17. But just to update you guys, I'm Australian now. I'm just trying to pull the engine out. Everything is off of it and sitting either over here or over here. And this time, like I said earlier, I went and I did it right, and I labeled the bags, put the bolts in there as they should be. And everything is going well so far, except for there's a little bolt right down there. Yeah, right there. You guys can see that I'm just trying to get out. And it's been a real pain in the ass. But we're almost there. I got working on the car and I forgot again that I was recording. Basically, I took the heads off. Let me think. I don't even remember where I left you guys off, honestly. Freak. Took the heads off and I cleaned and kind of surfaced them the best I could with a wool brush, and then put them back on. And I got this side torqued down to the right torque specs. You got to do it in like a pattern. So you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then you got to do them all. There's like 8 steps that you go through to do them all. I wish I could have showed you guys the heads because they were pretty awesome. But whoops. I don't know if we're gonna get the engine put in tonight. It is now 5:27 in the morning. Also, Pops is hanging out. Day 2. Alright. So basically all we did last night after what you saw was put this timing belt back on and got it on right. I actually did it relatively quick, which was nice because I hate doing this because this guy, it's a pain. But anyways, I think we figured out what was wrong with the last head gaskets. Caleb, when he put them in, he didn't put any gasket sealer on it, which you might think, oh Caleb, you idiot, why didn't you do that? He did look it up, and apparently he read somewhere that you're not supposed to on head gaskets, but I'm like 100% sure that you're supposed to. So we did that, put the new head gaskets in, you can see them now. They're blue, little blue boy head gaskets. And now all I gotta do is close up this timing cover. I want to take off the thermostat housing and just check the thermostat real quick and just make sure that you put it in the right way while it's sitting out of the car and I don't have to be laying underneath it to do it. Alright, my camera batteries died, so I had to run up and let them charge, and I didn't have any extras. So, sorry about that. I wanted to like set the camera up on the tripod and do some kind of time lapse of us like putting the engine back in and getting everything torqued down and bolted down and whatnot, but you know, it died, and I just explained that to you. Anyways, so sorry about that. But we got the engine put back in. I went under the car, exhaust gas, or the headers are back on. Everything's bolted down, everything's torqued right, and now we're ready to put the intake manifold on. So that's what we're gonna do next. Alright, so I got a couple odds and ends, kind of like the fuel lines in, some lines back here, starters in now. I got a good old air plastic garbage I'm putting in right now. I just have to connect the radiator, put the belts on, and the battery, and it's good. Can't sleep, I've lost control. Give me one chance to let you know. Alright, finally got everything put together and we are ready to start it. Probably took me about between 10 and 15 hours. Alright, so I took the starter, oh, that was not even on me. I took the starter to AutoZone because there was no power going to the starter and I want to make sure that it was good. But it turns out I just forgot this teeny little plug that goes onto it. So it should start up just fine now, and I guess we'll see. Battery's dead, so we just had to pull the car in and we're gonna jump it, and they started turning over, so I'm assuming it'll start as long as it has power.
Start it again. I just want to see if it will start again.
I cannot tell you guys how freaking excited I am about it. And it started just fine, sounds gorgeous. I do need to empty the coolant one more time because I just filled it up with some distilled water to get anything out of there. So I'm going to just dump that out and fill it up with actual coolant, check the oil level again, just make sure it's good. And then I'm gonna jack her or drop her down, and would you look at that? Hot diggity, baby. So far, so good. Oh, it's rising. Wait, it's dipping back down, I think. It's not rising, but it's not staying where it's supposed to either. Maybe it sucked all the coolant in. Maybe there's an air pocket in the system. It could be anything right now, so I'm not gonna stress about it too much yet. Not until I have to. So anyways, this concludes this episode of What's Wrong with My Subaru? The new game show hosted by Shirley herself. If you like this content, smack that like button, smack the shit out of it.
And your mama's a hoe.
To most of you, I love you. I'll see you guys next time.